You have everything: the car, the salary, the followers, the body everyone compliments, the warm bed, the feed full of notifications. But when you turn off the bedroom light, the silence hurts. Your chest feels heavy. You scroll and nothing lights up. You're not sad because something went wrong. You're empty because your brain has burned out its ability to feel real pleasure. This is not clinical depression. It is not moral weakness. You fell into the dopamine trap. And that trap is the greatest neurochemical hijacking of our generation. The title of this moment is "You are not depressed, your brain is burned out." And if you want to understand why you feel hollow even when life is theoretically perfect, stay with me until the end. What you are about to discover can reset your biology and give flavor back to the simple things you no longer even remember existed. Dopamine is not the pleasure molecule. That is a magazine simplification. Dopamine is the molecule of anticipation, of desire, of pursuit. It rises when you want something, not when you have it. It is the fire that moves you to conquer, to check your phone, to open a new tab. The problem is that this fire can burn out the circuit. Every artificial dopamine spike you cause, a like, a short video, a sexual vice, forces the brain to compensate, and it compensates by reducing receptors. This is called downregulation. The result is that the next day you need an even bigger dose of stimulus to feel the same spark, and soon nothing lights up. Your real life, with its smells, textures, and gradual achievements, goes gray. Not because life is gray, because your sensors are fried. Have you ever woken up tired even after 8 hours of sleep? Have you ever felt bored at a party full of friends? Have you ever looked at your favorite meal and felt nothing? That is not sadness. That is an exhausted reward system. Pain and pleasure are processed in the same brain region, the nucleus accumbens, the mesolimbic pathway. They function like a seesaw. When you push the pleasure side down with artificial force, the brain immediately pushes the pain side down to balance. It's not a metaphor, it's neurobiology. After hours of cheap dopamine, the brain enters a deficit. You feel an emptiness, a restlessness, an irritability that looks like depression. But it is just the balance tilting toward pain. And then what do? You seek more pleasure to relieve the pain and sink even deeper. That is the loop of the dopamine trap. You are digging a hole with a golden spoon, thinking you will climb out. Modern society does not want you to know this. Every app, every platform, every infinite feed is designed to exploit your biology. They hired neuroscientists to make it impossible to put down your phone. They know that the anticipation of a variable reward, the next like, the next explicit scene, the next level is the most addictive trigger that exists. Casinos use the same mechanics. So you hand over your brain and receive in return a misery of dopamine that lasts seconds but destroys your ability to feel alive for hours. You are literally burning your own joy receptors in exchange for crumbs of attention. And the more you consume, the less you feel. The more you stimulate yourself, the more dead you become inside. The dopamine nation is full of smiling zombies, and you, without realizing it, may be one of them. The trap has a clear signature: you only feel pleasure in high spikes. A deep conversation is not enough. A walk without earphones is not enough. A hug without posting is not enough. You need noise, exploding colors, immediate reward. Your brain can no longer process the subtle. It has become nearsighted to ordinary beauty. In ordinary beauty, the taste of bitter coffee, the smell of wet earth, the voice of the person who loves you is all that truly matters. But you traded it all for a 6-inch screen, and now boredom hurts. Silence is terrifying. Being alone with yourself has become unbearable, because a brain without artificial stimulation goes into withdrawal. And dopamine withdrawal is real irritability, brain fog, silent despair. You are not bored, you are in a withdrawal crisis. And like every addict, you deny the addiction because the addiction is everywhere and seems normal. The question is, do you truly want out? Because many say they want to change, but they do not want the price. Climbing out requires the one thing your addicted brain hates: boredom. It requires effort without immediate reward. It requires stopping the escape from pain. Remember, pain and pleasure are neighbors. If you anesthetize pain with artificial pleasure, you also anesthetize genuine joy. There is no free lunch in neurochemistry. To feel real happiness again, you must allow the brain to deflate, for receptors to regenerate. And that happens when you do something counterintuitive. You embrace discomfort. You fast from stimuli. You do a dopamine detox. Not the way internet gurus sell it, but as real neuroscience proposes: a deep recalibration of your reward circuits. This means hours of deliberate boredom. It means waking up and not grabbing your phone. It means sitting in a chair and staring at the wall without listening to anything. It means reading 10 pages of a dense book without jumping to something else. It means training until it hurts and not posting it. It means eating without watching a video. It means refusing to open an incognito tab when the urge hits. It means watching the sunset and not photographing it. It means allowing the pain to come and staying with it. The science is clear: voluntary exposure to discomfort, intense exercise, fasting, cold water, scheduled solitude upregulates dopamine receptors durably. You are not punishing yourself, you are healing yourself. You are teaching your brain that real reward is earned, not consumed. And with every hour of effort without cheap stimulation, the seesaw returns to center. The taste of simple foods comes back. The touch of someone becomes meaningful again. Your own company stops being a sentence. The truth is that the solution is not more pleasure. That is the lie that brought you here. The solution is to rediscover meaning and effort. Psychologist Viktor Frankl, who survived concentration camps, wrote that what destroys a man is not suffering, but suffering without meaning. Today you suffer from emptiness because your brain is flooded with rewardless effort. Pleasure without conquest is poison. It is like drinking seawater. It quenches thirst for a second and dehydrates more. You need purpose, real battles. Not battles against video game bosses, but battles against your own limits. Waking up tomorrow and doing what your body does not want, putting your feet on the cold floor, running even with laziness, studying even without a deadline, telling the truth even with fear. Every time you choose the hard thing over the easy thing, you are literally rehabilitating your reward system. You are telling your nucleus accumbens the reward will come after the struggle, not before. And here's the great irony: the emotionally strongest people who have ever walked the earth went through hell. It is not that they are strong despite suffering. They are strong because of suffering. Because suffering consciously walked through expands the soul. Whereas fleeting pleasure shrinks it. The problem is that your generation was taught to avoid pain at all costs. And in that pathological flight from pain, you became incapable of feeling real pleasure. You do not need more dopamine. You need a tear that falls without reason. A callus on your hand, a no said to yourself, a sleepless night for a cause that matters. You need to re-earn the right to feel, and that right cannot be bought, it is deserved. So what to do practically? Start with 24 hours. One full day without high-reward digital stimuli. No social media, no pornography, no games, no series marathons, no music all the time, just you and your boredom. It will be unbearable in the first hours. Your mind will scream for a distraction. It will invent pains, hunger, tiredness, excuses. Ignore it. It is your brain panicking because the source dried up. Sit with the discomfort, write by hand, walk without a destination, be silent, talk to someone without touching your phone, eat slowly. Embrace the void. This is not a coach fad. It is a dopamine fast based on the work of Dr. Anna Lemke, head of psychiatry at Stanford. She teaches that abstinence from supernormal stimuli for scheduled periods is the most effective method to treat anhedonia, the inability to feel pleasure. And anhedonia is your private epidemic, which you mask by calling it stress, tiredness, or a bad phase. After those 24 hours, you will notice something strange. A simple song might give you chills. A ray of sunlight might move you. A silly conversation might make you genuinely laugh. That is your brain untwisting itself. That is the magic of neuroplasticity. What seemed gray begins to have color. But do not stop. Full recalibration takes weeks. During that time, you must build a new relationship with effort. Every day, do something you hate, but that is good for you. Wake up earlier, take cold showers. Exercise until you sweat. Study something difficult. Meditate still. Write 3 pages in the morning without editing. Fast occasionally. All of this generates dopamine sustainably and reverses tolerance. What you are doing is trading trash for treasure. You are trading 5-second dopamine hits for waves of fulfillment that last the whole day. And understand, you do not do this to punish yourself. You do this to free yourself. Because the greatest pleasure that exists is not the one that comes from outside, easy, pre-chewed. It is the one that comes from within, after you have sweated, bled, doubted, and still kept going. Remember the story of Muhammad Ali? They asked him how many sit-ups he did. He replied, I only start counting when it hurts. That is the spirit. The reward is not in the first 10 comfortable repetitions. It is in the last 5, when everything burns and your mind begs you to stop. There lies real pleasure. There the receptors are multiplying. There your humanity is returning. What comfort stole from you, discipline gives back with interest. You want to know why you feel empty even when you have everything? Because you have nothing that truly matters. Because the things that fill the soul are conquered in struggle, not in comfort. Because your brain was hijacked by a mechanism that confuses quantity with quality. Because you fled from pain and in fleeing it lost joy. Because the seesaw is broken and only you can fix it. The good news is that you can, now, not tomorrow, not next Monday, not when life improves. Now, exactly in this instant, you can turn off this screen and look inward. You can take a deep breath and decide that the emptiness will end. You can begin your dopamine fast today. You can choose the hard thing. And when withdrawal comes, when anxiety screams, when your hand itches to open the app, that is where you win. Do not underestimate the power of boredom. Great ideas are born in silence. Great loves deepen in calm. Great character forging happens when no one is watching. Every winner had a backstage season, where they did the boring, repetitive, invisible work with no applause, no notification. And it was there they built a reward system stronger than any external stimulus. It was there they became unstoppable. Unstoppable is not the person who has more dopamine. It is the person who does not need it artificially to function. It is the one who learned to love effort. It is the one who understands that the top of one mountain is only the base of the next. It is the one who, when life takes everything, still finds pleasure in the simple fact of being alive. You have two choices: to keep saturating your receptors with shiny trash and fall even deeper into the pit of emptiness, or to reset, to switch off, to face the desert, to go through the hell of withdrawal, and to come out the other side with the ability to feel again, to cry with a sunset. To laugh at the smell of coffee, to get chills from a simple melody, to look at someone and truly see them, to lay your head on the pillow and feel peace because you lived the day for real, not just reacted to stimuli. That is the difference between being alive and just existing doped. And that choice is yours. It is not genetics, it is not money, it is not luck, it is decision. And the decision is made in 1 second. Drop the phone, get up, go live. Remember, your dopamine is sacred. Do not throw it away on digital crumbs. Invest it in purposeful pain and directed effort and present love. Genuine pleasure is not a download, it is a harvest. And the harvest requires turned soil, buried seed, rain, sun, and patience. Today you can start tilling. Now turn everything off, go into silence, be bored, and rediscover who you are. Because you are not depressed, your brain is burned out, and burned out brains heal, but only with the courage to stop setting the fire. The fast begins now. The new life begins now. Welcome back.